Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome into another NFL divisional breakdown episode of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. I'm here in Denver, Matt Cobold, out in LA, Max Faulkner, here with me, joining me in Denver, Colorado, making his debut on the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My guy from Pickup USA Fitness, Will Townsend. Will, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Just happy to be here today.
Good to hear, brother. And for those of you at home, like I said, Pittsburgh. So that means Max. We're breaking down the AFC North here.
Oh, you got that right. Very juicy division. Okay. All four of these teams are looking very solid. But first of all, thank you everyone for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. But hey, we should jump right into this division now, shall we?
Yeah, let's not waste any time here, boys. Last season, AFC North, the Bengals took this one at 12-4. Ravens followed them up at 10-7. Wild card, if I'm not mistaken. No Lamar Jackson.
Correct.
Steelers keeping that 500 better record, still going for Mike Tomlin. They were 9-8. And Browns, a pretty solid basement record at 7-10. Now, guys, this was the only division where all four teams went 3-3 within the division. So they split their games.
Nice.
It's also the only division where all four teams are projected for at least 8.5 wins this season. So just like the NFC North, this could be anybody's division. You could finish second, you could finish last, you could finish first. This is a very deep division. Will, what do you think?
I think overall, from head to toe, the talent is straight. Quarterback wise, running back, and all the defense.
Max, what you got?
Super fun division. It's going to be hard to bring up 1 through 4, because I could see any of these teams being in the top 2. I can honestly see it. So let's jump right into it.
As usual, yeah, we keep our standings predictions for the end. I'm curious to hear you guys as usual. Max, give us your top 4 quarterback rankings of the AFC North.
All right. So top quarterback rankings here. At number 1, I might be jumping out on a limb here. It's just because of the weapons that he has. I got Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, number 1. Man, come on. T. Higgins, as well as Jamar Chase. Hey, Joe Mixon even in the backfield. Come on now. This guy, he's got weapons for days. Don't make me yell.
Whoa,
at number 2.
You yelling a lot today, actually.
I'm getting sweaty.
You got a tank top on
underneath
again.
all these lights, geez, my pits are sweating, a little bit of forehead sweat.
Back-to-back weeks with a tank top, though. You should be feeling all right.
It's 100 degrees here. Give me a break, will you? Okay, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I've been saying that a lot lately. All right. All right. Number 2, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Man, this is an MVP caliber player. He rushes for 1,000 yards every single season. You got to be looking at him in your fantasy football draft in the top rounds. At number 3, Deshaun Watson. I've been saying in previous podcasts, you got to show me something. You got to show me that you can play again, that you're back here ready to go and ready to play. But as of right now, I don't know. I'm not excited to draft him if we're talking about fantasy football. And then at number 4, Kenny Pickett, because I know nothing about Kenny Pickett other than Pittsburgh or the
Panthers.
Where were they? Panthers. Jeez, yeah, Pittsburgh Panthers. I mean, it's cool that he stayed in Pittsburgh. That's good, but I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, we can agree right there that Kenny Pickett is the queef of the quarterbacks in this division. Got a quick stat here on Kenny Pickett. Been holding on to this one. Last year for Kenny Pickett with the Pittsburgh Steelers, he had 1.8% of his passing attempts that went for touchdowns. That's the lowest since 1990 amongst quarterbacks who started 12 games.
Yeesh.
1990, boys. Kenny Pickett's in the basement. But, Max, I do differ from you a little bit. I got Lamar Jackson number 1. He got the money. He's supposedly healthy now. Comeback year. You see the interviews. He's happy to be back. He's smiling. He's laughing. I think big year for Lamar Jackson. I'd love to have him. Joe Burrow, number 2. That calf's making me nervous, but still is a big-time player, slinging it around. I got Deshaun Watson 3rd. Now, I got those 3 guys in my top 10. I think that this might be the best group of quarterbacks in the NFL. I got those 3 in my top 10. Will, what you got on your list, brother?
Definitely different than everybody. I got Deshaun Watson at number 1.
Surprise.
Surprise pick.
Whoa.
He got a full season under his belt. You know what I mean? Camp. He's not suspended. He was there all summer with his wide receiving core. So I got him at number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, like you said, Lamar. He got the money now. He's comfortable. He's happy again. Think he's going to have a good season.
Sure.
Number 3, it was Joe Burrow.
Scared.
Oh, you don't like Joe Burrow? Doesn't like him.
I like Joe, but he's going into the season injured. You know what I mean? So I'm a little nervous about that.
Roll it out. Just get a dough roller. A dough roller. Just roll that. Yeah. Just roll that cap. You'll be all right.
And then I'm going fourth with Kenny, just because he's young. That's all. I mean, Kenny proved at University of Pitt that he could hold his own. He got better every season. So I think he's going to have a good season too also.
Solid quarterbacks in this division.
Yeah.
Max, give us your running back room rankings of the AFC North.
All right. So starting at number 1, come on now. He's my keeper. I got the Cleveland Browns with Nick Chubb, baby. Chubby, I say it almost every podcast, one of the best pure running. There's only 2 pure running backs in the game. Nick Chubb is one of those. Derrick Henry being the other one. You gotta love this guy. He's going to run for 1,600 yards. I can't wait. Number 2, I actually got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. I am not sleeping on Najee Harris. I think the offensive line got better. He can catch the ball, and what a personality. Okay. This is the face. This guy could be the face of the NFL. What a personality this guy has. Number 3, I got the Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Mixon. I like Joe Mixon, always pretty solid. And at number 4, I got the Baltimore Ravens in the basement because J.K. Dobbins scares the hell out of me. I know he's going pretty high in fantasy right now. I don't know why. This guy hasn't played. So and the Gus Bus in the back. No. They're in the basement for me.
Or like Gus Bust. Will, give us your running back rankings.
So my running back, of course, Steelers all day. Got to go with Najee.
Yeah.
Najee's going to have a good season. He's seen a lot. He's been, you know what I mean, practicing hard, showing up on time. So I think he's going to have a breakout season. It was a hard debate. Number 2 is Nick Chubb. I love Chubb. I wish the Steelers would have picked him up. Chubb is good.
Yeah.
Chubb is real solid. Number 3 is Mixon. Mixon, he's been solid since he's been in the NFL. Yeah, a good college player also.
Yeah.
4th is JK, just because the injuries, not being on the field a lot. But when he is on the field and healthy, he's solid. It's real good.
Yeah, we can agree that the Ravens have the scariest running back room here to draft. J.K. Dobbins has missed more games than he's actually played in his career, and yet he wants more money. He wants more money. Nobody's paying it.
Stop. He's got screws in his knees. No. Get out of here.
And Gus Bust Edwards is backing him up. And then let's not sleep on Melvin Gordon. I don't know how old he is, but he's in Baltimore now too.
All right.
But basement, the Ravens for the running back room for all of us. I agree with you, Max. Nick Chubb, the Browns, number 1. Nick Chubb, I want to say, is my number 6 overall running back. He's a freaking beast. And then I got the Steelers with Najee and Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren has juice. I like
yeah. Solid.
And then I got the Bengals with Joe Mixon. Like Will here was saying, Mixon's been consistent every year. He take a pay cut to come back again this year. I think
I respect that.
Cincinnati's going to run him into the ground. He's going to have a lot of touches this year.
Yep.
Yeah. I respect that from Mixon because all these running backs right now are saying, pay me, more money. This guy says, no, I want to win. So I'll take a little bit less so we can try to get a Super Bowl. I love it.
Max, give us your wide receiver rankings for the AFC North.
At number 1, this might be the best duo. It might be the best duo. Cincinnati Bengals, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins.
Juicy.
Oh my goodness. Was that a beef sandwich? What kind of juicy sandwich are we talking here?
It's a wet beef sandwich. Very wet and moist.
Oh my. At number 2, I do have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. I got Deontay Johnson, and then the man over there, number 14, George Pickens, going to have a big season. I would not be sleeping on George Pickens. At number 3, I got the Cleveland Browns. Amari Cooper still does his thing. Been in the league a long time. I got to respect the guy. Who's the next guy? Moore, maybe. Maybe he's the next guy. Elijah Moore, maybe. I'm not excited about that. And then at number 4, I'm sticking with the Baltimore Ravens because they're saying Rashad Bateman is number 1, and they're saying that Odell Beckham Ooh. I'm not excited about that. If there's one guy I am excited about, which we'll talk about later, it's Zay Flowers, the rookie out of Florida State,
Boston College.
Oh, Boston College. Sorry. Same colors.
Same colors.
So that's what I got.
Will, what do you got in the wide receiver rankings for the AFC North?
I agree with it, man. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but you can't forget about Tyler Boyd, man.
Oh, yeah.
Then number 2, of course, my Steelers, man. You got Pickens, and then you got Deontay Johnson. And then number 3, I'm going with Cleveland with Amari Cooper and Marquise Goodwin.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Good name.
Got about good one.
And then, number 4, I'm going with the Ravens, Odell Beckham, and Bateman's.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little different, but we all agree that the Bengals have the best wide receiver core in this division. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jamar Chase, I got number 2. Higgins, I got maybe number 12 or 13. I'm high on the Bengals receivers. I got the Steelers number 2. I actually have George Pickens as the big dog here over Deontay Johnson.
Oh.
Goose studies last year, Deontay Johnson. Goose.
Oh.
Goose.
Ooh.
But then number 3, I'm going the Ravens. I think Zay Flowers is going to end up being the number 1.
Yeah.
First round pick. And then, I'm sorry, but I got the Browns last. Amari Cooper, people are sleeping on him. Like you were saying, Will, people are sleeping on Amari Cooper, but there ain't nobody after him.
Yeah.
After Amari Cooper there. Max, give us your tight end rankings for this AFC North division.
All right. So, this is a pretty juicy division for tight ends. 3 guys in my top 10. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 guys in my top 10. I got one in the 11.
Sleeping on one. You're sleeping on one.
I got one in the 11.
Sleeping on one.
Whatever. Number 1, we're going to the Baltimore Ravens. Mark Andrews. He's probably the second best tight end out there. Travis Kelce, obviously, but number 2, arguably. At number 2, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got Pat Freiermuth. I love Pat Freiermuth. Yeah,
roll that hard.
Big guy.
Roll that.
Freiermuth.
You rolled it, huh?
Oh yeah. My wife's Mexican.
Nice.
My wife's Mexican. I definitely learned my R's a little bit. Okay. At number 3, I do have the Cleveland Browns with David Njoku. David Njoku might have a big season this year with Deshaun Watson under center. I don't know. He's gonna. Yeah, I got him at number 3. He's good. Can't wait to get him. And then at number 4, it's the Cincinnati Bengals with Irv Smith Jr., which we haven't really seen play because he's been injured like his entire career. So I'm not excited about that.
Yeah, with you there, Max. Will, give us your tight end rankings here, please.
I got Mark Andrews, man. Season in, season out, man. Consistent guy. Number 2, I got Cleveland Browns David. Don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Number 2.
Number 3, I got my Steelers, man. I got Pat all day. Yeah. And like he said, for the Ravens, number 4, Irv. I haven't seen him play a lot.
For the Bengals, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I got the same order as you there, Will. 3 top 10 tight ends for me in this division. So the quarterbacks and the tight ends in the AFC North, solid here, fellas.
Oh yeah.
Max, lead us into your biggest queef of the AFC North.
Okay. I already brought him up, and I'm telling you right now, you got to be nervous if you're drafting him in a top round because that's where he's going. I got J.K. Dobbins. Yeah. J.K. Dobbins, the running back. I would not be excited about this. This guy has not played. How many seasons has he been? Is this his 4th season?
I think so.
It might be his 3rd, might be his 4th, but he's been hurt all those years. I'm not excited about it. I would be so nervous. You're literally praying on your knees. Please let him play. Please let those screws not unloosen. And he's got to keep a screwdriver in his pocket to keep on tightening up those screws between each play. No way. He is a queef. I'm not even thinking about drafting.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have fucking rocks of stones if you're drafting J.K. Dobbins this year. I'm not touching him.
Oh.
Will, who's your biggest queef here in the AFC North?
Got to go with Amari Cooper, man. He can't catch a wide open. You can't catch anything. Can't catch a cold.
Wow.
Yeah,
big season last year, but when we saw Deshaun Watson show up, we saw those numbers go down a lot.
You're right. Yep.
Big time.
So we'll see what happens there this year. I'm interested. My biggest bust. Okay, I got a big name here, and I got to call your shot on some of these guys. but I'm not drafting Joe Burrow this year, boys.
Oh
Joe
my
Burrow
goodness.
is my biggest queef of the AFC North.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
going to be 27 years old in December. He's only played 3 seasons. He was QB4 last year, throwing for 4,475 yards and 35 tutties. But he's QB7 for me, okay? Now let me explain why he's a bust for me. He's currently being drafted on ESPN as the QB5 in the middle of the 4th round. 4th round. Some guys that are going after Joe Burrow in drafts right now that I'd rather have, Mark Andrews, like we just talked about, Aaron Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Calvin Ridley, Ramondre Stevenson, Keenan Allen. I'd rather pick up those guys going after Joe Burrow than have Joe Burrow as my quarterback. He's got amazing weapons. We know that. But the rushing numbers are going to come down after having 5 rushing touchdowns last year. That calf makes me nervous. He's not going to be rolling out. He's not going to be using his legs. He participated in his first padded practice today since being hurt. Okay, he just came back today, fellas. I'm not drafting Joe Burrow. I'm not worried about Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. I'm not worried about Joe Mixon. But I'm not taking Joe Burrow this year.
Wow. That's a big name. That's a big name that you decide, no way, Jose. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'll get him.
I got Lamar over him in this division. Max, your biggest sleeper of the AFC North.
Biggest sleeper. We've already brought him up. I also agree, Cobrizi, that this guy can be very well the number 1 wide receiver for Baltimore. I got Zay Flowers. Okay, Zay Flowers, rookie. This guy's got speed, man. This guy's got speed. Lamar Jackson, that's what he needed. He needed a guy that could just break away from the cornerbacks and he can just go chuck it right to him. I think Zay Flowers is going to be a steal pick. And where's he getting drafted in the ADP? Do you have that up, Cole Breezy? Because if he is a late round, that might be the Mr. Irrelevant pick.
Zay Flowers going off the board as wide receiver 44 on ESPN. Undrafted 18th round.
Mr. Irrelevant pick. Okay. I'll be looking at that in the 16th round. I'll tell you that much.
You could get Zay Flowers for free right now. Will, who's your biggest sleeper in the AFC North?
The Bengals, man. Tyler Boyd. I watched him play in college. He's consistent. Any team he plays on, he could be a playmaker. So I'm going with Tyler.
We see Jamar Chase missed 5 games last year. T. Higgins been banged up a little bit over his 3 seasons. Tyler Boyd, consistent, like you said, he could fill in there if one of those guys goes down for sure.
Easily.
My biggest sleeper, we see a lot of tight ends in this sleeper list, especially for me. But I'm staying there and I'm going to Cleveland for tight end David Njoku. 27 years old, played 6 seasons in the league. He was tight end 11 last season with 58 catches for 628 yards and 4 touchdowns. Currently being drafted on ESPN as the tight end 10 at the beginning of the 11th round.
Oh.
Yeah. Now he's tight end 8 for me this year. He's top 10 tight end. Last year, he set career highs in receptions, first downs, receptions per game, receiving yards per game, and catch percentage. I think Deshaun Watson could be the best QB that David Njoku's had thrown to him. And he could possibly be the second target in this offense. You know, we talked about Elijah Moore, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Bell, Marquise Goodwin. Those guys aren't I think David Njoku are better than those guys. He's had exactly 4 touchdowns in 4 of his 6 seasons. I'm smashing the over this year. He's having 6, 7, 8 touchdowns. He's got top 5 upside for a Browns team pushing for the playoffs. What you think about that?
Yeah.
What you think about that, Max?
I like Njoku. I got him at he's my 11th, tight end. I think that's a steal pick in the 11th round. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 11th round for David.
11th round.
Yeah. If you punt on tight end, you get a quarterback and you fill up your running backs and receivers. David Njoku could be a sexy pick waiting for you there.
There might be a goose waiting for you too.
Tight end position, man. They're known for their gooses.
Oh, man.
Max, this is a tough AFC North to predict.
Yes.
Give us your final standings predictions.
Man, I'm telling you right now, we're ranking 1 through 4, but all 4 of these teams, I honestly believe they can all push for the playoffs. Okay, they're going to be there. Okay, there might be a couple teams in there that are 9-8, pushing for that wild card spot. But at number 1, I still am going with the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, I know you don't like him, Cole Breezy, and you're not going to get him. Okay. For Christmas, I am getting Joe Burrow that dough roller. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to send it over, well, with a nice big bow on it, to help him out with that calf. I love Joe Burrow. I love his weapons. That offense is dominating. Okay. At number 2, Baltimore Ravens. Okay. These are 2 playoff teams for sure that I'm thinking for sure. For sure. I'm locking it in. I am locking it in here. Yeah. Great coaching on both sides. And I love John Harbaugh. I think John Harbaugh is an excellent coach. And Lamar Jackson, he's back. He's healthy. Signed a big contract. He might be putting up MVP numbers. So be ready for that. At number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Mike Tomlin, probably my favorite coach in the entire league. I love Mike Tomlin. I love the demeanor he has. I love that the way he keeps this group of players together. Ever since Le'Veon Bell decided to be a queef and hold out, and he still kept the team together, and they still push for the playoffs. That was unreal to me that he was able to switch that around. He does it every year, by the way. Every year he somehow figures out how to win 9 games. It's outstanding. And then at number 4, I got the Cleveland Browns. I love Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's on my fantasy team, but I don't want to. Out of those teams, I think they are the worst team in that division. That's it.
So you got the same position as last year. Will, can you agree with that, or you disagree?
Strongly disagree.
The
Steelers all day, man. Come on.
Okay.
All right.
Got a lot of weapons.
Kenny Pickett.
A lot of consistency from the coach. Come on now. You can't go against that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm feeling the Bengals. I'm definitely feeling the Bengals, but like I said, they would have been number 1, but Burrow and that calf. I have to get him a walker this season.
Hey, I'm on your side with that, man. That calf makes me nervous. I already had a sleeve on it.
And then,
keeping it warm. He's just keeping it warm.
We hope so. All right, we hope so. Number 3, got to go with Lamar. Like I said, he got the money. There's no more excuses. Let's play.
Ravens.
He missed 2 playoff seasons back to back. Like he owes the whole city. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Doo-Doo Browns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doo-Doo
Browns. Can't stand them.
You so do you have the Bengals getting a wild card here?
I'll go with the Ravens over there.
Oh. Okay. Ravens getting a wild card. I like it. I'm right there with you with the Ravens getting a wild card. I got them second in this division behind the Bengals. Okay, I got them behind the Bengals. Bengals winning this division.
Oh yeah, with no Joe Burrow, with a bum calf. Yeah,
I got them still winning the division.
Sounds a lot of hypocrisy over here is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing.
I'm going Bengals, Ravens, Browns, and I hate to say it, but I got the Pittsburgh Stoners freaking last. I got the Pittsburgh Stoners freaking last. You talk about Mike Tomlin. I think he's the 3rd best coach in the NFL behind Big Bill and Andy Reid. That consistency is really nice. But when I see 3 quarterbacks in this division, my top 10, and then I see Kenny Pickett, man, that's a big sway for me. Sure. I got the Steelers last, so I'm going Bengals, Ravens making the playoffs, and then Browns and Steelers. But like I said at the beginning of this podcast, this is the only division where all 4 teams are projected for at least 8.5 wins this year. Now, that is a good, solid division, fellas.
Juicy.
Will, before we get out of here, what is your most likely Pittsburgh Steeler that you're going to find yourself drafting in fantasy leagues this year?
I'm going to say Cam Hayward.
Cam Hayward.
Yeah.
Defensive.
Yeah.
Going to some defensive leagues on us. Nice.
There are some defensive leagues out there, everybody.
IDP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. IDP. I like it. I've never played an IDP league.
Same. Too difficult for me.
Might have to add in a couple defensive players here in the future. That'd be cool.
That'd be fun. That'd actually be really fun.
I like that.
Awesome player, by the way. Cam Hayward's amazing.
He's a beast. He's a beast. Well, Will, appreciate you coming on here today, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Will.
Time. Thank you, guys.
Pittsburgh native.
4-1-2 all day.
Hey, Steelers and Eagles a little bit. Repping both. Pittsburgh Stoners. You already know anything you got for the people before you leave, bro.
Hey, just tune in, guys. It's going to be a good football season. Look forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
What you got to finish us out here, bro?
Hey, man, it's been fun. It's been fun. One of the best divisions that we went through so far. And thank you, everybody, for coming out to the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Man, who do you believe is going to win this division? It's a tight one. It's a tight one. Let's hear it in the comments. I'll go Breezy.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, like you just said on YouTube. Let us know your division. predictions and your best quarterbacks, tight end rankings. Let us know. Let us know what you guys are thinking.